to go down.
Oh. Sorry, I'm going to record this just in case.
Good to know. Anyway, so, I had sent a spot off to legal and, kind of got some quick feedback on what does and what doesn't work. But really, we want to figure out, what's worked for your client, what type of programs they're in, what has response been from like the community to see this new, to see CBD on TV, right? Like what, have you been getting a lot of backlash? Is it, no? Okay. Wow. What type of programs have you, like, how are you even targeting people?
So, okay, so I've got their schedule. I've kind of tweaked their schedule a little bit, and I'll just share with you the schedule out of WOMS. Just share my screen. So they started last August, and so, we found out you couldn't talk about, certain things. And I've got like a little PowerPoint thing. I think it's somewhere on the TMS dashboard because
we have it because when you presented on the TMS call, we shared that in our sales meeting, which
so like you can't talk about specific product names. You can't talk about consuming it or like animals consuming it, because usually CBD is also offered for dogs for stress and anxiety and stuff. But in the commercial, I mean, it shows their, inside of their store, which shows products. And so then as far as programs, so this is for, let's see, this is 2022 to 2023. So they just started back up. That they had taken the summer off. They had been consistent from August of 2021 and until I think probably June or July. And then they said, well, let's just take a break and then we'll pick back up in the fall. So we just started back up. So you can see from here, we've got the Today Show. They were in 9 to 10, the Today Show, but I had taken them out because of political and some other things. So that's why you kind of see them added back in. Atlanta and Company, our lifestyle show, 5 o'clock news, the Today Show with Jimmy Fallon, our late news. Sports does really well for them. And I also did TV Squared attribution, website attribution. And so they've signed in like 6-month increments. And so I've done, I've pulled that attribution. I mean, I pull it regularly, but I kind of do an analysis of it, and that's how I've kind of tweaked it. And so I was able to see that sports does really well for them. So I added in more sports this time, whereas before it was just kind of like bonus. Saturday evening news, I've had them in Sunday evening news before. We've got some PGA in here, some motorsports in here. I also put them on our sister station, WATL, where we have news coverage as well. I put them on Maury Povich to see how that does, and American Ninja Warrior. So this particular CBD, it looks upscale. It doesn't look like a head shop like you would think to go buy, pipes and whatever. I mean, it's, they've got glass, shelving, and people will get out, they've got, things on display. They have really knowledgeable people. They've got ointments that you can rub on. They've got even drinks with CBD in them. They've got, the actual leaves. They've got edibles. They've got a great selection, but it's very clean. It's very airy. There's a lot of sunlight. So, I would say that the majority of all CBD stores right now are selling Delta 8. I mean, that's just like what's the buzz right now. So 90% of their sales will come from Delta 8, but we can't promote any specific products orally, like in the commercials, audio wise. So we don't talk about it, but I mean, anybody that's knows anything about CBD, or if they go into a store, they'll learn about the Delta 8. So even if the advertiser's like, well, I really need to advertise Delta 8, it's like, well, we can't talk about the Delta 8. We can't talk about individual products. We just, talk about more of, the experience and the locations and, and so it looks like a high-end little boutique store when you come in, and they've got 3 locations. they've been a great advertiser. The attribution has helped. When you know, people, because they had never done TV before, when they've done TV, people have, you know, called or texted or come into the store to be like, oh, I saw your commercial and blah blah blah. And so, you know, that's, we did specials to begin with, like 10% off, blah blah blah. But he doesn't want to do specials anymore, which is fine. He also got an endorser who is Evander Holyfield's son, Evan Holyfield. Who knew he was into boxing? It only ran for a couple of weeks in whenever we ran last May or June. And then we just started running again. So I can't really tell if that's gotten a good response, but I can tell from the other creative that we've run, because we changed its seasonality to, you know, here's your fall special. I think our first one was back to school. And then it was like, you know, kind of like a winter special, because I don't want to say Christmas or, you know, whatever. But he doesn't want to do specials anymore. And, you know, I mean, but he's branding. He's very marketing savvy and he has lots of ideas. So he came up with this political parody. So the two people running for governor is Brian Kemp and Stacey Abrams. So his idea that he's running on social media and wanted to run on our station, but we were like, no, you can't, was Blasey Abrams and Brian Hemp. And so that didn't go over well, as you can imagine. And so I just have to steer him in the right direction. I was like, look, I'll go ask my, you know, whoever, but I've got to go through the director of sales. I got to go through the general manager. I got to go through techno-legal. Like, you know, what's good on social media isn't always good for, you know, broadcast television.
I have a quick question for you.
Yes.
Okay, so you have them in your lifestyle show. You have them airing in your commercial breaks. They cannot be a guest on the lifestyle show.
That is correct.
Okay.
That is correct. And they would like to be on the lifestyle show, but
yeah,
it's not
we can't do that right now. And then sports, just you're an NBC station, correct?
Right. So I don't, you know,
just be careful with sports, because if we have advertiser restrictions from the association, whatever, NBA, that kind of stuff, they may not be able to air in sports. So we're going to have to be very particular about sports.
Yes. And it's, you know, it's not that they haven't aired in them that much. And I've just, you know, it's just kind of like, you know, a few spots here and there as you know, specific things come up. But yes, you're exactly right. And I wanted to put them on NBC live sports streaming, because that's another product that we sell, but NBC live sports streaming won't allow CBD either. So, so that wasn't an option.
Now your client, you don't, medicinal marijuana or recreational, that's not legal in your state, correct?
If it's THC, it's not. If it's
okay,
CBD,
yeah, THC basically. Okay, so in California, THC is legal. So we have to be very, because and this is what I was doing some digging and research on. I reached out to Michael Bader and asked him if a store sells CBD and THC products, is that okay? And he's like,
I just wouldn't market the THC because of PEG.
Well, no, he even said that even if they're just marketing CBD, but the primary source of their revenue is THC products, we most likely will not be able to advertise them. So
how would we know the primary source of their revenue?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, in California, I guarantee you that most of their products are THC based, probably, unless it's a straight CBD distributor. If you have someone, before you get too deep into the weeds, we can send the advertiser to the attorneys and ask for their feedback.
So yeah, what I've done, and I'm an AE, so we always look for ways around things.
Yes, you do. And I'm not. I'm the one that has to keep you guys straight, okay?
Carrie, we can fill you in later on what she said.
Okay.
We'll just give you the broad stroke.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, like we sent legal the spot and the website, which is also included in the spot. and they said it was fine. So, I mean, we weren't, you know, necessarily volunteering information, but I did read the, you know, TEGNA policies very closely. And, you know, like these sports things have just been added for like, it wasn't in the first, I would probably say 2 flights. So probably in the first year, I think maybe we did a make good that was in a sport, but yeah, I mean, nothing, you know, obviously not Olympics, obviously, you know, nothing that's going to get high profile viewers. But it's been fine. We haven't had anyone call and complain. You know, I'm happy to show you guys a copy of the spot if you want to see it, or I can email it over to you guys, whichever.
That would be fantastic. So other than sports, just because it's, you know, a little tricky on whether we can run there, what other types of programs are you seeing index really well or perform well with the attribution?
Let's see if I've got the, I think I've got the attribution pulled up. All right. Can you see that? Sometimes when I change screens, it doesn't. Can you guys see this?
Yeah, stop share and then.
I don't know why it does that. Okay, let's try. Let's go back. Okay. It doesn't do that on Teams. Okay, so I just did, what was my timeline? August the 1st through September the 11th. And we do 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off because of the budget. And then these are the different commercials that I was talking about. So December and then fall, the Evan Holyfield, January, and then summer. It's pretty much a donut. It keeps the beginning and the end, and we just change out the middle. As you can see right here, late news has done really well for them. Early news has done well. Daytime has done, you know, okay. Sports has done well. AM has done, you know, okay. And then late fringe hasn't done as well. And then specifically with programs, these are kind of the top 10 right here. So local news, Atlanta and Company, Tonight Show hasn't, I mean, according to the web responses, which again, this is, you know, it's pulling it from the logs and stuff. So I don't, you know, and it's a sample, so you can't be exact by it. But I mean, our 5:30 news has done really well. Our weekend news has done really well too. Our morning newses on Saturday and Sunday, and our evening. I just, you know, because of budget, I just kind of had to pick and choose. So
can you ballpark how much they're spending a month?
I realize 11,000.
11,000. What market size are you?
Number 6.
Oh wow. Okay.
But we only run 2 weeks out of the month.
Okay.
And I run them. I stack them on either Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Thursday, Friday, and that seems to do well because then you can build up the frequency.
The demo, your demo in these, do you find that they skew older?
I mean, he didn't, because I deal direct with him. I mean, he said it's soccer mom, so I would say like, you know, women 35, 64. But I've been in his store because we had to do the commercial shoot, and it's, I mean, where the store was that I was at, it's an affluent neighborhood. I mean, it was all kinds of people. I mean, but I mean, it's a cash business, so everyone's paying cash. I mean, you know, credit card, they're not, it's not like they're, you know, they don't have to take out a mortgage to do business with them. And I mean, it's really been easy. It's been very easy. I mean, we covered ourselves by legal, and then when we change the copy, we send it to legal, and it's, you know, that's been it. It's been super easy. It's been low maintenance. I mean, we haven't gotten any complaints about it. But again, and I can play a spot right now.
That'd be great.
Our spot, it's classy. It's not like in your face, like, hey, let's come smoke. I mean, it's not like that at all. So, all right, let me, you know.
Cheech and Chong.
Everybody knows what you're going to do with CBD. You don't need to talk about it. All you need to do is just show them what your store looks like. Tell them you got good customer service. It sells itself. But let me just see if I can find this. I think it's in here. Okay, hold on. All right, let me up here and share it again. I think it's in here. Yeah. Oh, this is the new spot. So that was one. And then let me see. It was that donut that I was telling you about. Let me see if I can get over to some of their other spots. Let's see.
You can't hear it, but
you couldn't?
No, I have one of them that was whichever one you showed in the TMS.
Okay. Okay.
So I do have that.
Was that this one we just
on the in the Techno Library?
Yeah, but I can just share them right from here. That's not a big deal.
But what's nice about the Techno Library, you can see commercials that have been approved, but then you can also see things that have not been approved.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the ones that are not been approved, you know, I got, you know, as I'm watching them, I'm going, yeah, because they're talking about, oh, if you have arthritis, if you have, you know, depression, if you have anxiety, that's immediately going to be a no-no. The other one, and this is what brought up if they sell THC. The other one was a holistic shop. And when I looked them up online, they sold a lot of THC products also. And that spot was not approved. So
gotcha.
Wait, was a spot not approved because they talked about THC or because they
no, they did not talk about THC.
Pretty much you have to stick to product. It sounds like CBD products, showing product, but not using it.
So Madeline, because, and this is why I asked you guys to send me your clients that you're prospecting, because I wanted to dig into it a little more as I was looking at all of the restrictions and all of the presentations and all that kind of stuff. And that's what triggered the question. I can send that advertiser to Michael Beater just to get his feedback on it and see what he says. Do you want me to do that?
Do I want you to what?
To send your client to Michael Beater in the website and ask him?
No, because I don't want to disapprove before we've even.
Okay. No, that's fine. That's fine.
That's like raising red flags before we. Absolutely no, thank you.
Okay.
But Madeline, if it's not approved, then why would you move forward with it?
Well, then why would we even be trying to sell this in California if that's, you know what I mean?
Well, but like
no, but some will be approved and some won't.
But the Jill's account that she's going after is straight CBD distribution. That's it. They don't sell anything else. It's nothing but CBD. And there are CBD only shops in Sacramento. It's, I see a lot of gray area when not only do they sell TBD, but they also sell a lot of THC products too. Cannabis products.
Okay.
So there's a lot of gray.
So I would just say as long as they're not as long as the website doesn't have THC like blasting all over it, you know, and then in the spot, you just don't, you know, when you do the camera roll, you just don't show the THC stuff, and then you should be fine.
So how does that work with Premion, Ayla, with your client?
I haven't sold Premion with
it. You haven't? Okay.
We're working towards it, but they take CBD clients, so you know. But I mean, especially if we've already gone through all the legal with the broadcast, I mean, it's the same people that you would be getting things approved by. So
just not sports Premion packages, sounds like.
Yeah, I would not.
Yeah.
Yeah. I probably wouldn't do with, you know, people with children in the home. I probably wouldn't do that.
So they're probably the ones
who need it.
And there could very well be differences between, you know, on the digital side, products that Tegna owns versus products that third parties own.
Well, they won't let us do local.com. I know that.
Yeah. So yeah, on the digital side, there could very well be things that it's okay on and things that they're not. So
yeah, Simplify doesn't take CBD either. So no ERN. That's a newish policy for them, I'd say in the past year. They've added that. So pretty much, you know, no lifestyle shows. So pretty much commercials. And then, I mean, as long as you're following the policies, you know, we haven't had an issue. It does make sense about the THC, but again, I mean, I would just gauge it by how the website looks, because that's what the attorney's gonna look at. Is it screaming THC? Is it screaming CBD? Or is it just screaming, you know, whatever?
A lot of it could be of if you can order online, what they have access to online. That could be a difference also.
I know that,
you know, if you can easily order the THC online. So,
well, I know that they didn't want us to do local.com because they said that they don't want somebody to be able to click it from our website and then be able to purchase it online. So that makes sense.
So those are just, let's get them on broadcast first, I guess.
Yeah.
But broadcast has done great for them because, I mean, it's not really a utilized media, you know. I'd say it's more, they've been doing more social media and just promoted posts and stuff like that. But, you know, they've done really well. I mean, they're very happy.
And with your client, do they sell online as well as the stores?
Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Terry, do you know if it would be okay to post on our Facebook page? Or is that,
I have no idea.
so maybe Jeff, we would need to talk to him.
I don't know, just because that goes back to the clickable ad. Like if you tagged them, which, you know, if you did their handle, you know, then it would tag back to them and then they have the products there. I think if you just did a Facebook, like a generic Facebook post and didn't tag them, but then why would they want you to do that?
Yeah. Yeah. And you'd put we either tag them or put their website or both. So Ayla, you don't do Facebook posts? Okay. I thought you said you did.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they do their own social media ads and stuff like that.
Okay.
So.
And I think there is some disassociation we'd probably want to have from the station, right? Anybody can kind of come and buy airtime, but it's a little different when it gets closer to your social media and to your
which is why they say which is why they say no to the lifestyle show, because it's kind of sort of an implied endorsement. You know?
I think Jill, you may have some more questions, but I would love to. Oh, Corinne, you said you have the other spots too.
I only have one, and it was the one you showed in June. So I don't, Ayla, are you able to?
Well, I was just trying to share the videos a second ago. Hold on, I had the file open.
Do you have, because since we're all Tegna, I think that you could email them to us. They're probably really big. You don't happen to have.
There is a way, and maybe it's just with files, that you can share it, you know, and it's for internal people. And so then it doesn't take up all the space. Wait a minute, here it is. Share. It comes through the SharePoint. All right, this is from January. All right, somebody just start giving me an email address. I'll type it in.
You can give it to me, C as in cat, Stubbs, STUBBS. My name's spelled right here, at abc10.com.
It's okay, it found you. Okay, I just sent that to you.
Perfect. And then I'll just forward that to you guys.
2021. Vision spots. Motion. This was the summer percentage off. There's a 15 and 30. I'll share this one.
So Jill, do you have any other questions?
No, she answered all the questions that I have. I'm just excited to start going after some CBD clients.
Yeah,
me too.
They got money, let me tell you. Whew. You know, and I was really bummed that we can't do ERN because he's doing retargeting through a competitor, Cox here, a TV competitor, another broadcast station. And I'm like, and he was doing like a shopping cart retargeting, and I got some of the reports and I saw how much they're billing online, like with their online store. And I was just like, whoa, we could really get some money, but I can't touch it. So I'm like, okay, I'm staying with my broadcast. So If I learn anything, I'll let you guys know. And if you learn anything, then let me know.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Ayla.
Yeah,
Great.
absolutely. All right. You guys have a good day.
You
Okay,
too. Thank you so
you
much.
too.
Nice to meet you.
Bye.
Bye.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.